Good morning, friends. So this video is going to help you with the Chapter 5 summary page. So Chapter 5 in Stout-Hearted 7, and you are going to look at the page that has the little circles around it, okay? And it says Chapter 5 at the top. All right, now the directions say that you're going to write a 1-paragraph summary of the story so far. Now, a summary, remember, is the most important things that have happened in the book so far. So we're going to look at chapters 1 through 5, and we're going to think about what are those main things that have happened that if we needed to tell somebody in just a few sentences what the story has been about, what would we say about the story? So I want you to think about that just for a second. What are some of those things that you think are most important that have happened in chapters 1 through 5? Okay? Some of the things that I feel are most important are we need to say that they were going to Oregon. Okay, so they packed their bags to go to Oregon. They packed their wagon. Okay. Remember, their next big thing was the river crossing. Okay, so they crossed that Missouri River, and remember the oxen got spooked and went back home. Okay, that was important. Also, that there were so many people heading out west that they broke into smaller groups. Okay, remember the Shaws were over their group. Mrs. Sager had a baby girl on the trail, and also the weather was a problem. The wet weather was a big problem for them. So those are the main things that I think are kind of most important in chapters 1 through 5. Now, you can use my ideas, or you can write something or add something of your own. Okay, so what I've done is with this video, I'm going to attach a document that has a paragraph written. If you like my paragraph and you feel like it answers the question to write the summary, then you can go ahead and just copy that into your book. Now, you can see that I didn't have quite enough lines to write the whole thing. If you need to go onto the back of your paper, you can do that. You're going to have to kind of write small. So this is the summary that I wrote, and I will read it to you. If you like it, you can go to the Google document that's attached, and you can just copy it. I have it all typed up. You just write what I wrote, okay? If you would like to change it slightly, add something, rearrange something, go ahead and do that as well. And then on Thursday, we'll kind of share our ideas. So if you added something or rearranged something, I'll ask you to share with us so that we can see many different ways to write a summary. So another really important thing about a summary is that you need to, in the first sentence, set the stage for what you are summarizing. So this is what I wrote for my beginning sentence. This summary contains information about chapters 1 through 5 from the book, The Stout-Hearted 7. And I'll show you that I have that written right there. Now, if you notice, I have Stout-Hearted 7 underlined. Remember that all book titles are underlined in our writing. Okay? Then I went on to say, the Sager family packed their wagon for their journey from Missouri to Oregon. Okay, I said that that was an important event. Their first big crossing was the Missouri River, where the oxen got spooked by a dog and ran all the way home. There were so many travelers heading west that they split into smaller companies. Along the journey, Mama Sager had a baby girl. The weather made the trail bumpy and wet, which caused the Sagers' wagon to tip over and cause injuries. These are the main events in chapters 1 through 5 in Stout-Hearted 7. Okay, so that's what I wrote, and I wrote it in my book. So you're going to do that. Go to the document, and you can use part of what I wrote or all of what I wrote, okay? Now, there's a bottom section. I'm going to cover up the answers here. There's a bottom section here that asks some questions. And do you notice that these words are all scrambled up? All the letters are scrambled up. They don't make an ounce of sense unless you unscramble them. So let's see if we can answer those questions together. So the first question says, what month did the sun finally come out after all the rain? Do you remember they talked about that? It was in July, around the 4th of July. So if we look over here, we're going to look for the word that if we unscrambled it, it would spell July. And I can see that A-J-U-L-Y spells July. So on number 1, I'm going to write A because the answer to number 1 is July, which is A. Okay? All right, number 2. What animal was very popular to hunt? Now, this was in chapter 5. Remember, they're on the prairie. So what animal was it? A buffalo. Okay, so we're going to look over here. We're going to find the word that if we unscrambled it, we would see the word buffalo. Do you see any words that have F's in them? This one does, but that's not it. This one, if we look, B-U-F-F-A-L-O. Can you see that? So the answer to number 2 is E. That word unscrambled is buffalo. All right, number 3. What part of the Platte River did the pioneers ford? Ford means cross or go through. Now this one was kind of hard. You had to listen to the story really hard. It was called the South Fork. The South Fork. So 2 words. There's only one choice here. This actually says Fork South. Do you see it? F-O-R-K-S-O-U-T-H. So the answer to number 3 is C. All right. Number 4. Which of the Sager children could always cheer up Louise? Remember, Louise was having a fit, and this sibling put her on his shoulder, hopped her around. Okay, that was John. John. So there is J-O-H-N, D. So the next answer is number 4 is D. All right, and number 5, which part of the wagon would they jump from in their game? Remember I talked to you about the tongue being important. So tongue is B. T-O-U-N-G-E. So here are the answers. A, E, C, D, B. All right, my friends. Summary. Go onto the Google Doc and you can copy mine, or you can change it up a little bit if you want to add something to it or rearrange. And then on Thursday during our Zoom meeting, we can talk about the summary just a little bit. All right, my friends, happy Tuesday. I'll talk to you later. I will also be posting chapter 6 soon. All right, bye.